the 2025 Ukraine-Russia peace talks, a new path to resolution. Imagine a world teetering on the edge of resolution or prolonged conflict. That's the world in 2025, as history unfolds with unprecedented negotiations to end the Ukraine-Russia war. Saudi Arabia emerges as an unexpected yet impactful mediator, setting the stage for a deep dive into this historic moment. The Ukraine-Russia peace talks are not just another headline. They symbolize an extraordinary convergence of global powers, urgent diplomacy, and complex geopolitics that could shape international relations for decades. Our story begins here, where political tension meets fragile hope. Saudi Arabia's role defied conventional expectations. Known more for its wealth and control of energy markets than peace-building, the kingdom transformed into a neutral ground for these critical talks. Experts suggest this move was a calculated strategy to bolster Saudi Arabia's global reputation. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman strategically positioned his nation as a bridge between East and West. His efforts drew praise and skepticism alike, as Saudi Arabia's mediation brought leaders to the table. Was this a moment of genuine diplomacy or an opportunistic rise to global influence? Donald Trump, no longer president but still a political heavyweight in 2025, seized the moment through direct involvement. His phone conversations with Vladimir Putin and Volodymyr Zelensky raised eyebrows as he called for action to end hostilities. Supporters hailed these efforts as proof of his negotiation skills, while critics doubted his motives. Were Trump's calls a sincere push for peace or a publicity move aimed at maintaining his political relevance? Opinions remain deeply divided, leaving his legacy as a diplomat in question. A key element of the talks centered around discussions of U.S. sanctions on Russia. These sanctions, heavily enforced for years, became a bargaining chip. The potential for lifting them introduced both optimism and unease, prompting intense reactions from political circles worldwide. For Russia, sanctions removal signaled hope for economic recovery. For Ukraine and other nations, the possibility of eased restrictions triggered concerns about accountability and justice for past aggression. Was this compromise the price of peace or a dangerous gamble? The roots of this peace process extend far beyond 2025, shaped by decades of tension between Ukraine and Russia. The annexation of Crimea in 2014 and the subsequent war left a trail of devastation. Thousands lost their lives, millions were displaced, and the Cold War-style standoff reshaped Europe. Yet, history also reveals pivotal moments when diplomacy triumphed over conflict. From Cold War disarmament talks to the end of apartheid, agreements have shown that even the darkest conflicts can find resolution. The current talks stand at this crossroads, drawing on both lessons and mistakes of the past. Political analysts are closely watching every move in these negotiations. Experts highlight Saudi Arabia's ability to convene both Russia and Ukraine as a diplomatic feat. Others ponder Trump's unique but polarizing role as his populist style continues to dominate international narratives. Economic scholars weigh in, questioning the ripple effects of potentially lifting U.S. sanctions on Russia. Will peace come with hidden costs, or could this be a win-win scenario for involved nations? As opinions vary, one thing is clear: the world is witnessing history in action. As talks progress, political leaders worldwide voice mixed reactions. European nations, wary of past Russian actions, tread cautiously. NATO allies debate the implications for regional security, while China observes quietly, contemplating its own geopolitical stance. The public mood is equally varied. Ukrainians long for stability but demand justice. Russians hope for economic recovery but face scrutiny from an international audience. These talks, though promising, leave no party untouched by uncertainty. While progress has been made, this moment is far from a definitive resolution. Peace is a process, not an event, and the Ukraine-Russia conflict is layered with historical grievances and competing interests. The stakes remain high as the world waits to see whether this fragile dialogue can produce lasting change. The Ukraine-Russia peace talks are more than just headlines. They're a testament to the enduring power of diplomacy and global cooperation. What happens next could redefine global alliances, reshape economies, and inspire future generations. Join the conversation. Look beyond the news stories and ask, how can we hold leaders accountable? How can we support lasting peace built on justice and fairness? Your voice matters because history is being written now and you are part of it.